Okay, well, what I want to do is a few people have asked me about how I did that balloon break, or what good is the technique, once you do it, And the whole thing behind it is it's a method of being able to strike somebody with a coiling punch out of the Cobra system. And the good thing about it is you can actually do it with gloves and things like that. But the key to it is knowing where you're striking. There's a couple different ways, I'll show you a couple different ways, a couple different targets that we like to use when we do it. So, Mike, if you put your hands up. Okay, now the first thing I want to do is I want to get him to deliver me a front jab, okay? And the first thing I want to do is get off that line, and typically I'd cover it with this hand here, okay? Now, the first one I want to do is I want to shoot right for his eye socket, okay? And what happens is I start in this position here, and right as I make that impact, I screw in to his head. What we're doing, we're catching the nerve, turn this way a little bit, we're catching the nerve right up here, the optical nerve that comes out of the brow right in here. So what we're doing is we're catching this nerve with the knuckle. Now it does the same thing. It's extremely painful, real easy to knock somebody out with it if you hit it right. The key to it is hitting it right. So I always try to focus when we're doing this, especially like with a glove or something like that, I always try to focus with the first two knuckles so I can screw them up into it. Of course you can't use it, when I'm doing the balloons, you break it with the single knuckle. Okay, the next area is you do the same thing, you give me the same punch. I clear here, and what I do is I shoot for right below the eye, right at the base of the jaw muscle. Okay, now this jaw muscle right here allows me to deliver the same twisting action. So typically what I do is shoot down, you want to come down at a 45-degree angle, and you just screw it in as you go. And it'll drive, and it's extremely easy to daze somebody. It's a great disorienting shot. You perfect it, you develop it well enough, it can be an instant knockout. It's a single shot knockout is what I like to look at them as. So it gives you, again, let me go back, you can catch them right in here with that shot. You can catch them here with that shot. You can also, there's another one that you can also catch them right up in the cheek area as well. There's one where you screw and you lift up. And what you're trying to do is you're catching that, what they call the zygomatic arch. So you can catch the jaw right below the big lump or the bump, and you wind up driving the nerve. There's a nerve that sits right up under there. You wind up driving the nerve. And again, the key to it is the spiraling action as you deliver it, okay? Now the thing is that in doing it, it also can be done if he's throwing like an outside hook here, you can catch it here, just like I do, I draw it up when I'm doing and then from here, what I do is I just, same spot, just drive it and drill it. And it'll deliver right into this area right here. Very effective shot to be able to put somebody in, put somebody down or set them up for that next shot, because these are all disorienting shots at this point, okay? You hit them with speed. The advantage to them realistically is if you punch, you hit them, you hit them with speed, then that spiraling effect 9 times out of 10 will knock them out. But I tell you what, let me see some gloves here. Okay, these are really bad gloves more than anything else. But all this kind of stuff you can do with MMA gloves, you can do with boxing gloves, you can do with all that stuff. The key to it is being able to practice it. I've got a couple of things, a couple of little techniques that I use that actually can help you really develop your hands within it, especially with a boxing glove, because you're dealing with something 10 ounces to 15 ounces, which starts to add a lot of padding to it. So, but there are techniques that you can use. These techniques can be done with it. It's just developing. They also will cut. If you ever seen a boxer cut, then these kind of twisting shots will cut a person very easily. But anyway, put your hands up, Mike. Okay, now you throw that jab again, okay? And what I do is I focus on delivering, again, the bottom 2 knuckles, they're on the bottom now, but the 2 biggest knuckles in the hand, and then just rotate it up as you do, that twisting action here. You do the same thing, boom, and you strike right through there, and you do the same thing again, and you deliver right into the jaw, just before the jaw. And then, like I say, these things would be great for, kickboxing. All you got to do is be able to pick it off, just time it, just boom, pow, just time it, and boom. and do it. Some footwork that you work with it. I mean, we can go through all that. You always want to get on your 45-degree angles to be able to do it, to be able to deliver those shots. But you can do them from inside out. If he jabs, just jab with that, boom. And you can do the same thing right from here, and you just take it high and stuff like that. So these are all different shots that we can deliver to become highly effective. Okay? Cool.